Y'all, I know it's late, but I did it. It finally happened. I went to go see Gran Turismo earlier today, and it's amazing. It is better than I thought it would be. It's darker than I thought it would be. More emotional than I thought it would be. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna tell you all this right now. I didn't cry in the movie, but I teared up. I teared up in the movie. Like, some of it was like happy, tears because of how good the movie was, but then also just the scenes with the main character and his dad, Digimon Hansu, I think is how you say his name. And then the main character and David Harbour. And can we just talk about David Harbour? He is great. He was great in Black Widow. He's great in all 4 seasons of Stranger Things. I know he's in other stuff, but I haven't seen all the other stuff he's in. Like Hellboy and like Violent Night. I haven't seen those. But golly, man. He needs to win an award for this role. I can't even explain. Orlando Bloom's great. Digimon Hansu's great. And then again, the guy who played the main character, I can't think of his name, but he did such a good job. And let me just say, I went to go see this in Dolby Atmos, and I was sitting 3 rows up from the screen. So I was like right there. I was looking up, and you could hear the sound all around you. And oh my goodness, it was electrifying, dude. It was amazing. Like I had the best time. Like I sat there and I was like when the racing scenes, and just wait when you see the racing scenes, they're insane. People have said they're insane. Believe it. It's awesome. Like the effects, man, the cinematography's great. It's just, oh my goodness. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, by the way. I was debating whether I should give it an 8 or a 9. I was really going for an 8, but I thought about it. I was like, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Now, it started off a little slow. And of course, I got bored a little bit. It happens a lot. But, I mean, it doesn't take the movie away from me, But, that's kind of what happened to me in Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was a different type of movie, and it was longer. And I got bored most of the time, but I still ended up liking it. I was going to give it an 8 out of 10, but I ended up giving it a 9 out of 10 too because it was really good. But Sony, y'all did a good job doing, sneak previews for this movie so people could go see it early. Because that means it can have a good word of mouth so people can go see when it actually comes out, when it comes out in a few weeks, so then y'all get to $1 billion. Or like high millions, But try and think about what else is it. The soundtrack is great. The soundtrack is awesome. Not the score, the soundtrack. It's great. Like I said earlier, it's dark. It's really darker than I expected it to be. It's again, like I said earlier, it's more emotional too. It is sad, man, but it's just, the acting's great. And it's one of those movies that when the first trailer released, you watched it and you're like, this looks like this is just going to be another generic racing movie. No, not at all. It's not at all a generic racing movie. It doesn't play out like that, It's a legit good racing movie. And you'll probably think, again, when that first trailer released, you watch it and you're like, this is going to have some cheesy dialogue. And there was a few parts, but besides that, most of the time, the dialogue was great. It was like, I don't know, man. I want to go watch this again. I really want to go watch it again. Go take your friends, go take your families to go see it. It's really good, y'all. Like, this is one of the movies this year that, you know, I was waiting on for a good while, you know? Like, one of the movies that I told y'all we didn't have updates on for a long time, and, you know, my anticipation went up for it, you know? It's like, it was high up there on that list with the Meg 2, and I ended up liking the Meg 2 also. I loved it. Haunted Mansion, you know, it was okay. Ninja Turtles, ended up liking it. What else is on that list? I'm trying to think. I think that's it for right now. Because Oppenheimer and Barbie, I don't think were really on that list. Talk to Me wasn't. Voyage of the Demeter wasn't. But it just, man, Sony knocked it out of the park with this movie. They really did. Like, I just cannot stop thinking about this movie. There's a song in the movie. It's a real popular song from like back in like the 80s or 90s or whatever. And I won't say what it is. It's not really a spoiler, but I want y'all to watch the movie. And it starts with a P, so when you watch the movie, you'll know what song I'm talking about. And I listened to that song the whole way home. Like, I was like, oh, dude, this is awesome. Like, I haven't listened to this song in forever, and this movie made me listen to this song all the way home, if that makes sense, you know. But I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. Gran Turismo is phenomenal. Tell me what y'all think. If you have seen it or you haven't seen it, let's have a conversation, civil conversation. And again, let's talk about it. Thank you for watching.